Does the way you think seem to be getting in the way of what's important in your life? How important is it to you to learn how to change personality, belief, and mindset? Hi, this is Kevin Souza. In this video, I'm sharing my personal experience with a serious problem that I had several years ago with my attitude and expectations. I was constantly angry. I was always looking at the negative side of things. My attitude wasn't the greatest, and my personality as a young adult needed a lot of improvement. I did not believe in so many things that are important in life. But I realized that I needed to change because I started my very first home business and I wanted to improve myself. My first encounter with mindset training was when the leaders in that company recommended certain books to read, starting with a book called The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. Well, I have to tell you, I was shocked because that's when my eyes were first opened. Mind you, this was 20 years before the internet was born. Reading that book led me to so many other self-help books over the years. My second encounter with mindset training was listening to audios of successful leaders who seemed to have this mindset thing down pat. Back then, it wasn't MP3 audios, it was cassette tapes. Now, they recommended that I join something called a Tape of the Week program, as well as a Book of the Month program. At first, I said, yeah, right, but I realized that that was my old thinking. So I bit the bullet and forced myself to listen to the weekly tapes and read a book a month. Well, what happened was amazing. I started to actually love them, and more importantly, I started applying what I was learning. In fact, I asked my mentor if I should listen to more tapes than just one a week and read more books than just one a month. And he said, yes, of course, but know this. It's not how many books you read and not how many audios you listen to. It's how many times you read a book and how many times you listen to an audio that have the best positive effect on you. He said, because your subconscious mind starts to retain that knowledge, and most importantly, you can access it quickly in your mind to affect the changes that you want to make mentally. I was hooked. 30 years later, my mentor passed away. I was devastated. However, what he taught me about repetition and learning had a marked effect on my personality, belief, and mindset. Now let's fast forward to the year 2007. I wasn't buying audios of the week anymore, but I was still reading books. Now in 2007, I met someone. His name was Mike. We became friends. 4 years later, in 2011, Mike told me about one of his friends named Paul, who started doing a call called the Grow Rich Mastermind call, Monday through Friday mornings live, and it was free and always will be. I thought to myself, wow, this could replace the weekly audios that I had listened to over the 30-year period. Well, sure enough, I listened to my first call, and frankly, I was surprised and grateful. Now, after 14 years, this call is still live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern for an hour. I'd like to invite you to this great way how to change personality, belief, and mindset. You can dial in with an access code, or you can visit a website and listen from there. I'm so grateful that this call has lasted for 14 years because it helps people. It helps your mindset, personality, and belief in order to be successful in whatever you do. Now, in the description below is the phone number, access code, and a website where you can dial in and listen from your computer. Bottom line, you have just found a way about how to change personality, belief, and mindset in your personal and business life. Join us and listen to the call. You'll be glad you did. This is Kevin Souza, and you make it a wonderful day.